Well, I just had a very big fail. So I'm really happy that now it seems to stream properly. And so I can finally do it. Yes. Sorry, it may seem out of place, but you don't know how much I have to battle with all of the streaming software and everything. It's a mess. It's annoyingly complicated. So, yeah. This is why I was so kind of out of place happy. Let's go over what I want to do for today. First of all, there is my Kirara, who finally reached Friendship 8 somewhat recently. And I have the Envisaged Echoes unlocked with her. And I've never reached an Envisaged Echo with anyone. So I will be, well, testing it out, see how it works, what it is. And second of all, there is the quest. The new Archon quests, the Act 3, and I think the 4th one is also out for Natlin. And as you can see, I have almost no quests. There's also one little quest and the current limited time event quest that we may be doing. But anyway, I'm just pretty enthusiastic because the story actually seems really cool, and there are a lot of details that, well, we can do. But first, let me show you a little something, a little everyday Genshin login goal, which is artifact farming. For those who didn't know, it's something that's very powerful. Like, you can log in, do it maybe in 10-20 minutes at most, and you grab yourself about 150 spots, which can sometimes have Mora and also artifacts. And when you do it pretty digitally, it can give you a lot of Mora, well, a little bit of Mora, I shouldn't over-exaggerate it, but mainly the artifact experience, because it's very rare and it takes resin to farm, and you get 5-star artifacts while you use your resin in domains. But if you use your artifacts, your resin to get artifacts, and you also get new artifacts to level up, then you'll always need more artifact experience than you actually have. So this is why it's really important to have an additional source of artifact experience. There are a number of pay-to-win methods to do this. For example, well, there are, I don't know, I'm pretty sure there are bundle shares with, or some kind of thing for, well, no, actually there aren't. Never mind, I didn't say anything. It's actually the battle pass. Yeah, the battle pass. So you can pay to get a ton of artifact experience. So if you do that, you probably don't need that badly other sources of artifact experience. But in any way, it's always recommended, and it's free and simple and quick and everything. So like, well, even for someone who pays for the game, I would recommend this it's just that useful. And you'll see after I collect everything, you'll see how crazy good it can get. And you can do this every day. The only limitation is there's a 24-hour delay, and it's based on the moment that you collect these artifact spots. So sometimes it gets too late and you have to wait like for a whole day without collecting it. But it's like it's not that bad. It's just, oh well, the stream is starting to buffer again, so I'll try to lower everything I can. Is there anything else I can do? I don't think so. At this point, I've pretty much lowered all my settings I can. So I think there's like either a problem with my software or hardware somewhere. I'm trying to fix it, but it's, yeah. I think it's better with my game FPS being lower. But anyway, as you can see, these artifact spots can only give either one gray artifact, 1 stars, or one green, 2-star artifact, or it can give 2 grays. But you know, one green 2-star artifact is worth double as a 1-star artifact, and a 3-star artifact is worth double as a 2-star artifact, and so on and so forth. So, however, you shouldn't sneeze at a maybe the equivalent of 250 gray artifact every day. That's really good. And you know, maybe it is confusing if you don't know, if you're not familiar with these, it may seem overwhelming, but I can guarantee you that once you familiarize yourself a little bit with these artifact routes, it becomes just very simple. It's pretty, you know, it just becomes routine. You just memorize it, and even if you have bad memory, just the force of habit is enough for pretty much anybody to just remember it. So you shouldn't have a problem. It's just the kind of things that you commit to your routine, and eventually you'll just do it naturally. Oh, that was lucky. Triple greens artifacts. And another trick is just to note down the time at which you started doing your route, so you know exactly when you can do it again. So now we have to go here. And there. There are plenty of videos on the internet already about what spots you can go to get artifacts like this. But if you want me to do my own, I don't mind. It's just that, you know, for now I'm just doing it on the fly. It's just, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing the video to to show my own route right now. And I also have some things to optimize in it. Like there are a few spots that I think are generally more lucky than others, but I may be wrong, it may just be a subjective experience. And there's also the fact that there are some spots that give Mora on top of all. And so I'd like to search more for these Mora plus experience spots. Although currently I know there are some that I don't use. So yeah, this is one more thing that you can optimize, because there's a harsh limit of 100 spots that you can load. Or well, it's not exact. It works more like when you collect 100 spots, it won't generate more. So the technique is just you take 99 spots and then you take advantage of it. So you load an area with the most spots you can in one go. And so you can take all these artifacts and go over the 100 limits because you generated these spots before you took your 100th spot. It may be confusing, especially if you're not familiar with game mechanics, but once you get the hang of it, it's pretty simple. It's just you can't load spots after your 100. So you load a bunch of spots before your 100. There are also spots, and this is something that can be confusing because this one doesn't give artifact, it gives probably a weapon, if I had to guess. And weapon XP is pretty easy to get, so artifact XP is much more valuable. So you don't want to take spots that don't give artifacts. And so these routes, some people get annoyed, especially with lower ping and other kind of, let's say, nerfs. It becomes hard to fight, to take the spots when there are enemies close, so people generally don't like spots where there are enemies. So that's also one thing that I could optimize, especially since I don't think any of the spots where there are also enemies, I don't think any of them also drop Mora, so just to make it more convenient, I could try to, hunt or scour the internet to find the best spots that don't have enemies to deal with, and also that give more Mora alongside everything, because it's a couple thousand Mora every day, like maybe 10,000 depending on the spots you chose to follow, but it can add up pretty fast. So 10,000 Mora, it doesn't sound like much, but if you add that every day, let's just see what your daily commissions give you. Like one daily commission is 10,000, and so it's 1/6, a little bit more than 1/6 of your how to say, of your daily commissions. And daily commissions are already a great source of mora. Almost 60,000 mora every day if you do your login and everything. Yeah, but it's all a bunch of plans in the air. Maybe I'm too lazy to go to spots that take a little bit longer, just because they give a little bit of mora on top of all. Maybe it's worth it, maybe it's not. Also take advantage, sometimes there are enemies like these that I can easily kill to get like 160 more on the side. Like it's not a big deal at all, but I just do it because they're easy to kill. And it's quick and they're on my way, so I don't have to go hunt after them. So yeah. There are also here 2 elites that I killed. They take longer, but they drop quite a bit of mora. So and here's a spot. And we're going to the last spot. This is like, I think my route is off by 1 spot. So I think this is my 98th artifact spot. But either way, it's either 98 or 99 artifact spot. And now I am in an area with like, I think there are 34 spots here. So it's like the area where artifact spots are the most concentrated, making it pretty much optimal to, well, farm artifacts. There's also one thing I didn't talk about, which is extra artifact spots. Wow, what's that? Well, to make it simple, there are weird mechanics that the developers left in the game, where some spots will generate even if you reached the 100 artifact spots limit, because you generate them in a specific way. Basically, they're hidden spots. There are some in Sumeru here that you have to pop bubbles to generate them. So they're not loaded in naturally. You pop the bubble and it generates them. So because it's not generated naturally, you can generate them even after reaching the limit. In Fontaine, there are 3 spots that you break a vase, and it will lead you, and it will, generate an artifact spot the same way. There's one in the chasm that it's also a vase that you break to generate an artifact spot. And finally, there are 7 or 8 in Natlan, where, you have to interact with weird flower birds, and they generate, once again, artifact spots. So this makes for a total of 7 plus 3 plus 1 plus 6, 17 extra artifact spots. Making a grand total of 150 exactly, if my brain isn't dead and miscalculated, artifact spots that you can interact with every day. And I think it's about the equivalent of 1.5 artifact spot. What am I saying? The equivalent of 1.5 array artifact for every artifact spot. And so this would make 1.5 times 150 results in 225 gray artifacts. Every single day. And this is pretty gosh darn awesome. So these are the last spots that you can normally do. And now let's go look at these bubble artifact spots. First of all, well, teleport. Where I teleported, you jump down and you'll see these weird bubbles. You can pop them by, any kind of attack, including any bow character. You can just shoot at the bubble and it's going to be invisible after like 1 second it will generate. And what's great about these is that they are also mixed in with the artifact bubbles. There are Mora bubbles that you can generate. And the last thing, as you just saw, I can also pop the bubbles just by walking into them. So it's incredibly just like walk into the bubbles, because anyway you're going to have to be right there to collect it, to investigate the spot. So while you're at it, just don't even bother attacking it, just walk into it. So I think this is easily one of my favorite things to do every day, like even more than the daily quests that are very simple, like just spend your resin and you can do you can claim your daily commissions rewards. But like doing these artifact runs, I think it's so much more interesting because it gives you enough enough artifact experience that you can level up actually most of your artifacts. And this is important because sometimes there are artifacts that like they just have double crit, but they have no other useful stat. Like let's say, I have great examples for this. So let's say this artifact, it had flat defense, but it's not really that good. It's just that it's better than like flat HP on Shiori that can't use it at all if it was HP. And Elemental Mastery, she's a Geo character, so of course she's not going to use it. And honestly, I probably wouldn't have given this a chance if I got this artifact before I knew about artifact farming. But I got it after, so I knew in my head that this could roll well. Like, there was a chance that this rolled all into the 2 crit stats. However, generally, you want at least, like, on the flower and the plume, especially, you want at least, like, 3 stats that you can use. But if you have the artifact experience to waste, you can afford to just level up the artifact, and you'll see, like, maybe it will be bad, and you're just like, well, you know, I kind of expected this. But there's always a chance that it only rolls into crit, and this is what happened. It only rolled into crit. Like, it's still at 16 EM and 19 def, which is 1 roll only, the initial roll, and this has like 37.3 crit value. It's insane. I also have this one, which is pretty great because I intend to get free now, which I don't have right now, but all this HP, she's sure going to love it, and there's also crit. Another example was this. There was also defense, so it's literally the same as this, double crit, flat defense, and EM. But this one, it rolled once into EM, compared to this one, which rolled only into crit. But because Fischl can generally use EM, whether it's in Aggravate, Catalyze, Quicken, whatever you want to call this reaction, or if she's in Taser, or if she's used with Chevreuse, who I don't have also. But Fischl is generally heavily used in reaction teams. Like, even if she's an excellent DPS, like sub DPS, but actually she can do even more damage than a sub DPS in some cases, even though she's a 4-star. But EM is generally not wasted on her because you don't really run mono electro teams, especially since, you know, Raiden, the Raiden Shogun A would be pretty much the only character that you can run in mono electro. However, because her burst infusion is counted as elemental burst and not normal attacks, even though she's pressing the button for normal attacks, it doesn't trigger Fischl's Constellation 6 nor Beidou's burst. So this already makes 2 characters that can't be used with Raiden burst, which kind of sucks because most passives don't rely on burst trigger, which is pretty sad. Yeah, so this is precise when normal and charge attacks hit, right? And for Fischl, Shatter C6, which I don't have, because so it sucks because I love Fischl, but coordinated attacks with your active character when present. So yeah, wait. Did I read something wrong? I think that means Us would work with Raiden. Oh well, I didn't say anything in that case. Let me just continue now. Let me just stop being a dumbass and just not. So these are the flowers that I was talking about. You touch them and it creates a point where you can interact. Now, there are 2 spots and they're quite far from anything. Like, this is far underground. Like, it kind of sucks trying to use this point to reach there. And this one you have to climb a lot. So it's pretty much always better to run to this spot. And you know, you can also abandon it if you don't think it's worth the time. I just think it is because, you know, it's free artifact experience every day, and it's also 3 different spots. But as you can see, I have Chilonen, and Chilonen is very good in that land because she can run like this, and she can use her phlogiston that you can recharge pretty much anywhere, making her very good to reach these faraway points. But maybe you don't like this. Why did it consume my phlogiston? That sucks. Anyway, that's just a reminder for me to actually not to cancel her skill state before gliding. But what I wanted to say was that, you know, maybe if you really don't like it, you can abandon some of the faraway spots. If you really don't have the time to put it into your routine. But just having Yelan or Sayu or Gilonen, any of these can make a big difference in just reaching these points and not being frustrated because it takes quite a lot of time. So I think the one that I'm going to go to is the last of the points. And there you have it. There are still some places we can go to, so the Fontaine ones. In Fontaine, well, there are 2 spots, one on the way to the marker that I put. It's here. You don't have to break the 2 spots, it's only the one here that you need to break. But you know, it doesn't matter if you break the other one too, it's just you don't need to. If you have a bow character or something, you just need to break the appropriate one. And the other one is, well, it's really far away. If there is one spot you should cut off from your routine, it's probably that one. But if you have some travel character, once again, it doesn't really matter. So this, once again, I'll prove my point. If you break this one, oh, it still generates this spot. Generally, I break the other one, but I guess you can break any of the 2 and it doesn't matter. So these were the 3 spots in Fontaine, and now the one in the Chasm. There's literally only one, and at the beginning I tended to forget it every single time. Yep, it was pretty bad.
Yes.
Why didn't they allow me to use my glider? Gliding buff. Very annoying. Anyway, this spot you can either play the Russian roulette and try to hit the barrel, but basically, well, I guess it was the last one. You can also just break the last 3 by doing a plunge attack when you come here. And basically, every day the pot will be under a different barrel. So that's why you just break the 3 at once. And you break the little pot, and it will reveal your last artifact spots for the day. And now let me show you what I got. Like, I didn't have any artifact experience left except for the 4 and 3 star artifacts. Like these are the only ones that I had before because I farmed some weekly bosses this morning. But all of this, you see, all of this is what I just gathered with you, to the exception of this because I just got it from the battle pass. So yeah, it's a lot of artifact experience, and it, you know, it just allows you to be much more free. Now, what do I do with all this artifact experience, might you ask? Well, I have some artifacts that are kind of pretty worth upgrading, and I wouldn't miss on this. What will I get? Oh, pretty good. Well, it's a 2.7 roll. It's the lowest one, and I already had the lowest one, which kind of sucks. It's barely 1.5 crit rate above a single highest crit rate roll, but you know, it's still something, and it didn't roll into flat attack once, so I'm still considering myself lucky. I'll probably use all my my XP left over because this one is a great piece. Like, it's got all the stats any typical DPS would want. Damn, if only I've gotten that ×2 on my 3 bottles and 4 and 3 stars artifact. But you know, that's how it goes. It's just randomly getting a boost, but you can't control it. And that's all. That's literally it. Like, I leveled well, I had a few buffs for level 14 to 15, but basically I leveled an artifact from level 15 to 19 with what I had from today's run, which is arguably quite a lot. It's quite a lot of artifact experience. And now I'm broke again. It also costs a lot of Mora, but it's not because it costs a lot that it's an argument not to do it, because literally you use 1 Mora for every artifact experience point that you use. So having to spend a lot of Mora just means that you got a lot of artifact experience. It's still sad how much Mora it takes to do anything in this game. So yeah. But now, let's get to the fun part. What I wanted to do today. Well, not this. The map, please. Mondstadt and the theater lobby, because I have Kirara's Envisaged Echoes that I didn't try out yet. I didn't try out any Envisaged Echoes yet. So I'm kind of wondering what's up. Like, it was talking about some kind of challenge or something. I don't really know. I mean, it's gonna be hard for those because I don't have Zhongli nor Chichi. But I've got Kirara, and she's level 90, and I got her affinity level 8, so I can just go with her, which is great. Cat up on the Eve's face to playing. Okay, anyway. Of course, they would make you feature Kirara's climbing abilities. Okay, so it's basically a glorified character trial event. Honestly, that's really nice. It's like It's literally just like the new Natlin trial character challenges, which are really cool. Honestly, it's a pretty nice way to make people discover the characters. It's especially those focused around exploration in some way. It's just and obviously I did Kirara first because she's one of my favorite characters. She's just, you know, silly, and she got good character development, especially in, how do you say, Fontaine with Shiori and Navia, and yeah. Oh, wait, that was really it? Collecting particles? Well, I guess that's why there's like the second challenge part or something that said. Yeah, okay, so this is the. So basically, just be a box. Yeah, okay. This is just be a box and. Oh, the stream is buffering. No. I mean, it's going to take some time because I didn't plan my Kirara around the bloom reaction. Oh wait, you have a time limit? Oh god. Really? Really? I hope they won't make me do the whole collecting. Okay, no, they weren't that cool. Okay, so I need to build somewhat my Kirara's elemental mastery. Oh god, why didn't I keep my experience? Wait, didn't work. Oh god, I'm locked with her stats. Okay, great. How exactly are we supposed to do this challenge? Oh, did we have to break these to get something? No. Okay. I'm really not sure what they were expecting of us. I need at least my burst, but like, what the hell, like, this challenge is hardcore. Like, how exactly are they expecting us to solo this with only Kirara? Like, what the hell? That's weird. Did I miss something? Or are we supposed to bring other characters? Or like what? I am so confused right now. My lineup monster list. Well, yeah, okay, thanks, but yeah, no, like what? Character preview. Okay, but it's like not even realistic. I understand that technically you could, but my Kirara is already like she's not top tier, but she's already really good. I just don't have her goblet leveled all the way up. And applying Hydro to characters, like this just means we can trigger Bloom. But my lineup, like what does my lineup mean? Resume. Yes, I guess. I'm just I don't even know at that point. It's like, let's break these. Like they're not hiding anything. Let's just try to look. Is there some? No, we can't even access this. Okay, we're not missing any kind of secret, and we don't even have our energy to start with. Like we can't even use our burst in like a single target situation like this. Unless suddenly I'm supposed to switch to an energy recharge build. Yeah, come closer, come closer. Please, I just need more energy. Okay, maybe this is kind of realistic. If only I could get my... Maybe if I can get my burst 2 times, this would be realistic. I'm gonna have to swap her to maybe a Favonius sword. I don't know. It's all so weird. Like I can't make that much use of her EM if she's not in Catalyze, so... No, I need character preview. Right. So... Don't I have... So Elemental Mastery isn't going to be that great on her. I think I should swap temporarily to this. More attack, crit, and ER. I'll try to remember to switch back for this. Well, I guess... Is she just going to steal everything from Xingqiu? And this says, okay, it says energy recharge attack. I feel kind of bad for stealing that too, I think, but yeah, I think this little damage is better than utility right now, and I should probably get more. I'm tired at that point. I'm just going to steal Dainari. Well, of course it has to be this that I steal too. And we should be good. I have some kind of vague hope that we're gonna do it this time. Especially if I can cast 2 bursts. I just want you to come close so you take bloom damage. She's already doing way more damage, so I think like definitely in this scenario I didn't want that much HP on her. Yeah, I should be able to pull off the 2 bursts. Yeah, come here, right, right here. Oh, maybe I missed something. I shouldn't have waited for the cooldown. We're not gonna make it. and the delay is killing me. Oh god. Well... yeah. This weapon is good, but if I can't... I think I'll have to... after damaging an opponent with animal skill... oh, well actually this could be better to generate more particles and more rooms. Yeah, she just stole Shingshu all the way. Let's try this out. And please don't expect me to lower my world level, it's something I never did in my entire life. And I don't want to have to start doing this. Or stupid Envisaged Echoes? Like, are you kidding me? I'll just hit them a bit. Yeah, those. Oh, yes. Oh, the energy. Oh, yes. To be able to hold Reavers, so even though the base attack is lower. Yeah, that was definitely the move. Right, okay, so remember everyone, like literally the only thing you should worry about is just get your bursts. Just get a Favonius or a Sacrificial Sword. No, that's so heartbreaking. No. Wait. Now that I think about it, like, do we have to try to... do we get more time if we kill one of the enemies? Like, that would actually be realistic if you can focus one, because I was trying to get, like, all of them, but if I focused on one of them at the end... Alright, okay, we're getting our burst. And now we should be a cooldown, so we get 2 skills. Can we do this? Nope. Okay, so energy-wise, it seemed about fine. So... oh, wait, she's on a support set, so yeah, I should... oh god. Leave the lane. Let me just put her on Kalei's set. I completely forgot that she was on a support set. I was like, yeah, I'll just keep her in the same set. No, like, I'm so dumb. Yeah, so give back Shingshu's artifacts. That's gonna be a first step towards being friends, not being kind of toxic. Oh, no, Tinary, you don't get back yours. I'm gonna borrow that one a little bit more. But it's about, yeah, I'm gonna have to go off piece for the goal. Wait, no. Oh, Tinary, you get yours back. Yeah, you get yours back anytime. Instead, Kolei, I'll steal that. She could stay on this one, or steal Shingsho's. Okay, right, so I'll have to remember Shingsho for the circlet, and then everything's gonna be Wait, I didn't level. I don't have a single thing for Kole here. Oh, really? Really? Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, so, Shingshu, I'll be borrowing this too. And I'll have to go. I'll not borrow that because I need this to trigger the passive. And okay, then I can steal Kole. Great. Wow. Do I do that or this? 21 crit damage, 5.4 rate. I think the elemental mastery is going to make a difference. Yeah. And it should be good DPS build with enough energy recharge and enough damage. As long as I remember who has what artifact. Ooh. And well, obviously it would. Well, it's not that big of a deal that I don't have her C6. And I can't really think of a better weapon, like this won't do anything for her. Maybe this, but then I kind of don't have that much ER. And the utility here is crazy good. So yeah, there aren't any weapon that gives as much damage as well as energy recharge. So her HP is plenty fine, her attack is correct, yeah, anyway, and she needs that because I can't even have any, I don't even have any resonance in this stupid Envisaged Echoes. Like, it's getting me so frustrated, but I don't even know if I like it or if I think it's just bad design. I really don't know. Anyway, this time I reduce the enemy's Dendro defense, which should be great with the... I didn't even get the off cooldown. Oh, damn. Just come here. Oh, I think this is doable. Yeah, this is... Yeah, definitely, it was just a question of, like... Didn't have... She was on a full support build. Like... I was being a dumbass. Yeah. So now I get the Echo Cat up on the eaves. Yay. But yeah, this challenge is pretty hardcore. You shouldn't just go into that blind. So... Oh. I mean, that's going to be so cute. But now I need to... Yeah, I need to build her. Ooh, let's see if I remember everything. So, Tainari, you get your thing back. This I stole from no one, so I just go back to my own set. And Shingshu doesn't need HP, that's pretty clear who I stole it from. And what did I have? What could I have had before? Oh yeah, this was Kole. Yes, of course. And Kole too. Kole, my dear, where art thou? Oh, right, it's true. I didn't steal this flower from Kole. Great. But yeah, obviously if you're building HP on your Kirara for this and because of this, it's not going to fly high because it's a full support mode, because it complements her shield and a team. So yeah, really just go for damage set on Deepwood Memories if you try to do this Envisaged Echoes. And if you... Oh my god, I don't even want to know how the people who are trying to get the Envisaged Echoes for Chi-Chi, I don't even know how they're trying to do it. Like, Chi-Chi can get carried by supports like additive damage, but by herself, ouch. Jean, at least you could glitch your way with fall damage. Diluc is supposed to be a DPS, and Keqing and Ningguang too. Zhongli, at least he has a kit where he can reduce death, everything, but Kirara, like, yeah, that was low-key hardcore. Anyway, that was a relatively good thing to discover, but I'm not sure I like the whole concept, especially okay. Well, I see how it is. I can't even do this here. The theater lobby kind of sucks. Oh, there are fields. Let's do it because... Oh, really? I'm getting sick of all this. Anyway, now that I did my 2 kind of side quests, we can go on the adventure of... Well, getting on the 3rd side quest before doing the Archon quest, but... Please bear with me a second. We'll get to it just after. Can do this, yes. And buy the transient resin, as well as these. Goodbye. I don't really want to talk to you, Tubby. It's not no hate, but yeah. Actually, let me plant sweet flowers. I already have a lot of Kirara here. Oh, the freaking water plants that are only available one flower by one flower. The fruits. Let's just go sweet flowers and seagrass more aquatic plants. So this is done. I have something I did apparently. Oh yeah, realm currency. Get the reward. And yep, it was in Natlan, if I remember well, the teleport waypoint. And this should be where the Archon quest is. Yes. Kunich makes his way over after some time. We meet again. Kachina told me everything. I'll deliver the message to the masters of Nightwind and convince Shitlali to give you a chance. Yeah, I've seen that we'll see Shitlali in this part, which is great. Also take this chance to explain what happened to the Spirit Speaker Stone and offer her an apology in person. Sorry to put this on you, Kinich. It's just that you're probably the only person who knows how to deal with her. It's alright, we are all working for the sake of the Pyro Archon's plan. After all, everyone here understands how dire the situation has become. Oh, I see. So Kachina and the Traveler also know about the plan? Because we all saw a hero of the past rematerialize right before our eyes. And then Molani said that a ton of knowledge and memories suddenly flooded into her brain. The Pyro Archon explained everything when we came back from the Night Kingdom, including the reason behind the appearance of the hero, as well as the current state of the Night Kingdom. And Paimon's stupid voice, right? She mentioned there are 6 heroes, and Jinonen is one of 4 that have already been acknowledged. I suppose there's no need to keep any secret between us. Having companions fall by your side is perhaps the best solace when facing such a bleak reality. I don't know if I should continue these voices. I'm just going to read it normally, I think. I have another piece of intel to share. We've pretty much identified the person who rescued the captain in the Stadium of the Secret Flame. Right, so the previous Archon Quest Act 2, there was a fight between Mavuika and the captain, and, well, someone threw some kind of smoke grenades to help him escape. His name is Ororon. Oh, so Ororon is a villain here. Oh. Well, I guess he's going to have some kind of salvation arc like the Shogun, because otherwise he won't sell or something like that. But I think it's good that they're trying to make more like villain-ish characters, other than obviously the Harbingers. And he also hails from the Masters of the Nightwind. However, he spent most of his life living out in the wilderness by himself, away from the rest of the tribe. That's why his disappearance went unnoticed. By the time Chitladi finally realized that he was gone, no one had heard from him for quite a while. Oh, Chitladi knows him too. That's right, Ororon was an orphan raised by the chief of the Masters of the Nightwind and many other kind-hearted people in his tribe. Still, he's had something of an odd reputation his whole life. Odd, huh? Given how the Masters of the Nightwind love to babble about dreams and revelations, they're already a pretty strange bunch to most. I've never met Ororon, but if even they consider him the other one, he's gotta be pretty far out there. That's right. So in that sense, Ororon and Chitladi actually have quite a bit in common, which is why they get along pretty well. Sorry, the stream is buffering again. That's great. Sorry for the visual inconvenience. Once again, I'm trying to solve all these annoying stuff. That's right, so in that sense... Oh wait, I already read that. Oh, makes sense, but Paimon wonders how Chitladi would be the first one to notice Ororon's disappearance if she spends the whole day in her room. As of now, we still haven't been able to confirm whether Ororon joined the Fetch Weave voluntarily or if he was coerced. Chitladi is probably eager to prove that Ororon hasn't betrayed his people. I plan to use this as leverage when I go to talk with her. If I'm following, you mean we'll help her investigate Ororon and the captain's whereabouts? Yes, if you're all on board with the idea, then it becomes a mutually beneficial collaboration, rather than just a one-sided request. Even though I don't think Chitladi is the kind of person to turn down an order from the Pyro Archon, working together with us will help her refocus and not get distracted by the whole Ororon situation. This way we can get 2 birds with 1 stone. Yeah, plus we kind of owe her one anyway to make up for breaking the Spirit Speaker's stone. This is a pretty well thought out plan, as expected of Malipo Kinich. Then I'll leave my letter to you. Let's hope Chitladi can meet at the stadium in 2 days. Sure, I'll head out right away. I don't know, it felt, I think, a little more how to say, not immersive, but more distinct when I try to make different voices for all the characters. I'm just worried I'll completely forget what voice I was trying to go for one character, and I just change every time, and it's not going to be at all noticeable. Well, I'll try my best.
I'll be heading back as well. There are still a few things I need to pack. Okay, then let's part ways for now. I'll see you in a couple of days.
Wait until the morning of the day after tomorrow. Stupid little time thing. But anyway, like, I can vibe with the concept of the whole modify the time, but it's kind of annoying and long for not much game immersion. Like, I wish there was more. It was better integrated how you try to change the time, because yeah. So even if it takes like 1 more minute in game, I'll just teleport already there. So, and let's see the quest. Oh well, I should navigate. Oh, it's probably going to be at the very entrance of the sacred stadium of the Sacred Flame. Is it going to update anytime soon? Please, you're kidding me? It's 017. It should already be the time. Really, is it even later? Until the morning? Like, what do they want? 7 o'clock? Usually it's 6. I don't know why it's... Great. Why is it freaking there? They mentioned the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. Oh god. Way to go, Genshin. You're making such clear instructions. Hey Gillen, how's everything going?
Oh hi, Ditzik Paimon. I have bad news. Chitali does not reply to our request, although I suppose I'm not too surprised. Huh? You mean she didn't even bother to give Junichi a response? Yes, she really does have quite an ego then.
If you're wondering why I'm doing an annoying voice for Paimon, it's because her voice is annoying. I don't really care about how I voice act this shit.
She can be quite eccentric, though she's one of the most gifted people around. Even the Masters of the Night Queen often struggle to work with her. My guess is that she probably has other reasons for not dinging us with the response. But let's go to the stadium and see if we can meet her there. If we do get a chance to talk to her in person, we can still try to work something out.
That's true, let's go. Yeah, like, I don't know, but Paimon's voice just kind of irritates me. It's just not... I just wish we had a proper voice actor for our Traveler, and that the Traveler was actually talking. That it wasn't just Paimon trying to voice everything for us, and we had like a stupid choice that doesn't even matter in any way.
Paimon doesn't see anybody. Seems she's just not gonna show up, huh?
The stream is buffering again. Sorry. I am so sorry, like, it breaks my heart. I'm just like, I'm trying to give you like the best conditions I can. It's killing me. It's killing me. I want to, but I don't know how to. Anyway, well, I mean, I think I'll just do my best. I'll just close my Chrome windows where I actually used it to see the feedback on how it was going. So I'm just going to use this as a last resort. I'm just going to be like, I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea how much the stream is going. I'm just going to close my window, hoping it makes a little difference. So there you go. I'm going hands-free, and I'm not even actually doing much with my window, so I'm just going to transfer it here and close my second monitor, and I'll even there you go. I've even unplugged my second monitor, trying to make a little difference if it was causing any lag. So hopefully it will give you some better conditions. Let me drink a sip of water, because you know that last time I learned I just talk way too much and I end up dehydrating my own throat. So actually it helps a lot drinking water before you dehydrate, when you're kind of feeling your throat being a little sore. It's already, well, it's not too late. Like, drinking water will help. Like, it will help you not die. But the thing is, you're better off drinking water before your throat gets sore, rather than after or when you rise. One last thing, if you want to insult my voice or say like, oh, I don't like your lows or anything, like, feel free to criticize me. If you think my voice is a little too low, I can try to adapt it. I can try to adapt another voice for streaming if my mic picks it up better or anything. So if you want to criticize anything, I will not mind at all, as long as it's something that I can realistically modify or try to improve. Like, don't be just like, oh, I don't like you. Like, okay, well, you don't like me, you can just see other content. Like, I can do nothing about you not liking me personally. But if it's an objective element that you're like, well, I think so. Well, I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just saying I appreciate any kind of feedback. So, well, we tried to be as considerate as we could, but she's under no obligation to help.
That might be true, but this is still a request from the Pyro Archon, right? Shouldn't the subject always ensure the call of their Archon?
Subject? Well, if you ask me, I'd say we're all more like friends with the Archon. Yes, Mavuika's our leader, but that doesn't mean there's any kind of tall barrier between us and her. The only thing is that she often has very high expectations of us. I can tell.
So even though she's super powerful, it sounds like she's actually pretty down to earth and easy to get along with.
Right, so Paimon makes it sound like other Archons weren't down to earth and not easy to get along with. Like, I remember we went on dates with literally the Electro Archon that sparked war since like for like the last 100 years. And we were also chummy buddy with an Archon that was supposedly dead. Archon which also goes undercover because he wants to have his little fun in the mortal world. We're also super friends with Venti, the drunk bard that just gets along with everyone, and yeah, that was a pretty stupid comment from Paimon.
Unlike that old hag,
Granny Itzli? Who's Granny Itzli? Is it? Wait, I haven't heard this name. That doesn't tell me anything. Like, it doesn't ring a bell. But like, Chitlali's coming, and she looks gorgeous.
Does she think she can ignore us just because she's famous?
Again with the annoying voice.
You all talk about her like she's some kind of shield skin, but she didn't even bother to reply to our letter. Seriously, even if she didn't want to come, she could at least let us know. If that's what aging does to you, Paimon never wants to get old.
Well, don't worry, Paimon. Like, if I remember according to lore, you're like 1,000-year-old. You're like a freaking moon goddess. Yeah, sorry for those who didn't want the lore drop. Yeah. Well, actually, Paimon is like 1/3. She's a fragment of the moon goddess. Something like that. But anyway.
Really? So that's what that's how you see me? Who's there? Who's talking next to Paimon? Oh, don't mind me, I'm just a disgruntled old hag. Come on, relax. I'm sure my bug's worse than my bite. Oh, shit, laddie? Wait, you're shit, laddie? You're Granny Itchley?
Wait, where does this nickname of Granny Itchley come from? Like, I think maybe I missed something, but I don't remember. Anyway.
Yes, Granny Itchley. But emphasis on Itchley, not Granny. You must know this trope from Latin novels, surely. We use it all the time. The young man who's actually the oldest person in the room. The girl next door who turns out to be a seasoned veteran. Do I say she looks like a little kid? Oh, wipe that look off your face. You've seriously never seen an older lady that doesn't look her age? Okay, well, I'm good thinking it's Drake either. See, I'm barely wearing any makeup.
From what I'm seeing, you're like, even your hair has makeup, which isn't a good sign. Even your eyes look like they have makeup. But sure.
Did I forget to mention? She's called Granny, but she's actually pretty young.
And you were complaining about the Pyro Archon leaving things out.
It was an honest mistake. I guess we've just gotten used to it. Paimon, sorry. So, how old are you actually? How dare you? Don't you know it's rude to ask a lady her age? Paimon, it really didn't bring up on you. It's just that your case seems really unique. Paimon just wanted to apologize, but now she's putting more and more of her foot in her mouth. Really, Paimon just got a little mad since we thought, well, you're going to leave us out to dry? Oh. It was my idea to invite you here, Shladi. So if you're upset, you can just take it out on me. Alright, I was only joking. I didn't mean to chastise anyone. There's really no need to take all this so seriously. If anything, I'm gonna feel awkward if we keep this going. I received Ganesh's letter and was planning to attend this meeting. Since I had already decided to come, I figured there was no need to draft a reply that simply said understood. Besides, just showing up is the most important part, no? But of course. It's also natural for people to get held up by one thing or another as they're trying to leave the house. It certainly has a bit awkward to see what everyone else had arrived before me. At first I was thinking of quietly sneaking over, but since you were already here waiting for me, I started thinking about how I should phrase my apology. Only to hear you all talking smack about me. Oh my days. Anyway, that's the whole story. Honestly, it's not like I owed you an explanation anyway. What's with that expression? Was she feeling embarrassed just now?
She waiting for us to carry on the conversation. Everything she's saying sounds like a joke, but I'm not sure if I should laugh. Would it be rude to laugh? Or even more rude not to laugh? Oh wow, we're having an existential crisis.
When the Masters of the Nightwind say they struggle dealing with her, I wonder if the feeling is mutual. She seems to be pretty awkward herself. Everything she does and says seems a bit forced. Anyway, Chinonen, I heard that you require my help in crafting an enchantment name. Correct. The situation isn't like anything we've handled before. Let me explain.
Chilonen explains why archon's request and everything that happened.
I see. So Mavuika has asked you to forge an enchant name for an outlander. That certainly would be an unprecedented feat. And you've also heard all about Auroron. I must say, he's always been a good kid. I can't see him joining the factory of his own volition. He must have been coerced somehow.
Sorry, my cat was meowing for me to let him in. I just had to open the door for him, so yep. We'll know once we find him.
Yeah, that's what we came up here to ask you. We'll help bringing Auroron back if you help us solve the problems of forging the enchant name. What do you think? I suppose I'll just call you Disick for now. Disick, come here. Let me take a good look at you.
Why exactly are we holding our hand to her?
Wealth leads to unending conflicts between people, yet you alone transcend the value of gold. Baleful thunder and wrathful waves will bring terror to mortal hearts, yet again and again you've braved them to find new worlds. O wary yet free soul, even the most verdant leaf in the forest will pray for your happiness and safe passage.
Excuse me, what was all that supposed to mean? I guess she was doing some kind of divination.
Those are all things that I could see in you. You've experienced far more than even most mortals could dream of. You possess the heart of a sincere hero, along with the conviction to lift the torch above your head and walk headlong into the night. Huh? Don't move. There's something here. Eh? What thing? Don't scare Paimon. Is she going to be okay? Shoo.
What? She just shoot us? You've just... Oh, I have trouble getting back into her voice after all this. Wow, she just shoot us. Right.
That should do it. You've just returned from the Night Kingdom, so some fragments of souls were still stuck to your body. No need to worry, I've just cleared them out, the last of them. Isn't that kind of like having part of a ghost come back with you? It's nothing as serious as that. If left unattended, the most it could do is stir up some chaos in your mind and generally worsen your mood. In that case, better to get rid of him.
Thank you.
It was nothing. Chilonen, let's follow your proposal. Once you've brought Auroron back, I'll take you to see the Lord of the Night. The Lord of the Night? But don't we need to talk to the way above the tribes? Something this important is beyond their jurisdiction. Only the Lord of the Night can decide whether we can grant an ancient name to one who does not hail from our lands. The Lord of the Night is an ancient deity that rules over the entire Night Kingdom, constantly borrowing the power of the sacred flame to combat corrosion from the abyss. So you're basically saying it's even more powerful than the way above the tribes. Well, that sort of makes sense, being the lord of the entire Night Kingdom and all. Not exactly. It's not so much that one's more powerful than the other. Oh, but never mind, that's not important. It would take too much time to explain. Just listen carefully to what I'm about to tell you. The Lord of the Night is currently in a deep slumber, and we can only communicate with his consciousness while in a trance. In other words, in a dream. But I will need to prepare a few more things if we are to hold the ceremony to achieve the state of the strands. I'll make a list. Can any of you get everything for me? I can go. It will probably be a long list, so better leave it to someone who knows all the local vendors. Sounds good. Then we'll go with Shitlandi to track down Overfrown. The Fashua nothing to scoff at, so please be careful during your investigation. If you need any help, just come and find me. Yeah, but we'll be sure to play it safe. Alright, now it's time for us to catch a brat and bring him back. Phew.
I just love how she calls him a brat. Like, really? Aren't you like kind of the same age?
I'm sorry I made you wait earlier. It was actually because I decided to swing by Auroron's place to look for clues. He has always lived alone, and I found a broken jar in his house. There was also something off about his flushes and aphids, which I assume is because their keeper has been gone for quite some time. And interestingly enough, I saw some slash marks in the house that did not match any of our local weapons. My guess is that they were left by Stygian arms. Oh, it sounds like the factory broke into his house and took him hostage. Why would they kidnap a kid who just spends his days living in the country and raising a fizz? He's only in his 20s. What would they want with him? That's not to say that I believe he's totally innocent, of course. Since he's the only one who was kidnapped out of everyone in Athens, he must have done something to attract their attention. In any case, we'll get to the bottom of this once we manage to get him back here. I'm truly sorry to put you through all this trouble with me, but please help me get him back.
Well, actually, in terms of character, she's much more interesting than I thought. Like, we just had this kind of like goth girl vibe, I guess. At least everyone said it was kind of goth girl, but I really like her kind of dress skirt. Her design is really gorgeous. Like, depending on her kit, if they do it really well, I'm probably going to be tempted to pull for her.
You can count on us. Alright, then let's start by heading to where Auron was seen last.
Sorry, my cat wants attention. It's kind of intense sometimes. Yeah, now he's being capricious. He's just going away and trying to like kind of nag me into going over to him. He just wants to be like, yeah, chase after me, then I'll let you catch me. It's like, hey, I'm doing this for you. Like, I'm going over because you want attention. Like, come on. This cat, yeah. He's something else. And now it's mewing at me and he's like, why didn't you chase after me? Like, really? I managed to catch him. And now it's little ball of fur by my side going to watch the Archon quest with me. Ah, you little silly cat. Want you honest with your feelings? Why don't you just say, I want you to pet me? Why do you have to run away like that and be difficult, huh? Why? He's really happy. He's like just lying beside me, staring at me. Ah, I can't resist my cat, despite how difficult he can be sometimes. Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, back to the quest.
This is the spot. An eyewitness claimed to have seen Ororon speaking to some factory soldiers here. I don't know how much you're willing to believe me, but Ororon really is a good kid. I see no reason why he'd suddenly get involved with the factory. I'm convinced that what the witnesses saw was actually the factory coercing him, or perhaps trying to extract information. However, I doubt anyone would believe me, given that there are no signs of a fight. Didn't Kinish say that she's a big name in London? Feels kinda weird to see her so frustrated and helpless like this. Could you tell us a little more about him? Ororon? Well, he was left at the side of the road as an infant, and the people of the tribe took him in. You could say that everyone had a hand in raising him. He learned a lot from us, and once he reached adulthood, he built himself a house out in the countryside. He spends most of his days growing vegetables and raising a fizz, living off of what he harvests from the garden. He's always been such a good kid. He would even get his friend to deliver whole bags of fresh produce to my place. If that's all there is to him, then he really doesn't sound like a bad person. Oh well, let's keep looking. He can answer all of our questions once we find him. He's been raising phlogiston aphids for a long time, and since they were disturbed, they secreted a special type of phlogiston. We can use that substance to track its movements. Let's follow the phlogiston trail. Eh? What trail? Paimon doesn't see anything. Oh, they're going to make us pull out the elemental vision again. Alright, I forgot your eyes don't naturally perceive such things. Here, give me your hand. Oh no, it's not even the elemental vision. They completely forgot that we have elemental vision. It's kind of silly. But I mean, I don't really complain. It was kind of a mechanic that sucked. Oh, but now... Well, yeah. Okay. It's pretty obvious they just used the elemental vision mechanic, but modified it ever so slightly. That's right, I used the spell to temporarily transfer a portion of my senses to you. For a short while, you'll be able to see the phlogiston too. Wow, you can even share your senses with us. First time Paimon's heard anything like that. It requires a very rare spell that most people aren't adept at, but don't worry, it's a cinch for me. Between the two of you, it seems the Did sixth sense are a bit stronger than Paimon's. When I held your hand just now, I could sense that you've got a great affinity for phlogiston. You're extraordinarily gifted. Anyway, we'll need to use our vision now to track down Ororon. Good luck, you two. Sorry, my cat just required my attention again. Oh, but now you want to lay down again. Oh, you lazy piece of fur. Oh, well, I should... What does she mean by deep and confusing? As far as elderly shamans go, I said I'm actually pretty easy to talk to. Is there any old haikus as fluent in the language of the youth as me? But is my way of speaking still not trendy enough? I've already tried my best to match their speech patterns, but given all the looks on their faces just now. Or perhaps I'm still not fashionable enough, but it can't be, right? Oh, don't tell me they're still getting the impression that I'm super old-fashioned. Eh?
Are we hearing Chitali's thoughts? I think I just heard a voice. Wait, but it wasn't with my ears. It was all in my mind. Was that Chitali's? Of course it is. Given the context, like who Miss Paimon heard the same voice, but she also looks like she understood what's going on. Let me think. Oh, it must be a side effect of the spell she cast. It's so funny how she doesn't realize the side effects of her own spells. Oh, well, Chitlali is going to be even goofier than I thought. Yeah, I think that's a definite. Yeah, it's gonna be hard if not to pull for her. I really hope her kit's going to be great. If I have to do a wild guess, like, I mean, I sent a message to Mogo, so he's going to understand what I'm talking about, but there's a chance that Chitlali is going to scale off defense and use cryo constructs. I'm just saying this like out of my ass. Do not believe me, do not take my word for it, but I'm just saying there is a chance that Chitlali will give a cryo construct and scale off of defense. So we can now hear her thoughts. Wait, I missed the last
Now that I think about it, it's a good thing that I found some helpers this time. Some things are best done with the help of friends.
Oh, that's cute. So we can now hear her thoughts through telepathy. Wow, this is amazing. Something like this could only happen with Chitlali. Oh god, this is getting me to laugh like really badly. I'm just like, that's so goofy, and you know, it's kind of a first, like, so far the Archon's quests in Mondstadt and Liyue, I was still getting used to the game, so it was hard to take everything in. In Inazuma, it was kind of overwhelming because they tried to cram a little bit the story in 4 chapters when it probably could have been 5 easily. And in Sumeru, well, Sumeru was a freaking mess. The story was so bad, it was literally a walking simulator. But the lore was interesting, but it's all stuff that you should look on a wiki, and like the execution and how it felt, everything was really bad. So all this led me to taking a break, so I was completely absent throughout the entirety of Fontaine. I think I just logged in once throughout it, like randomly. I don't even remember, but I did this for a single day, and I just did some wild, like, maybe 2 temples, and I got Navia, like a wild Pokemon that I found on this side of the road, and now I really like Navia, so it's not that bad because like I did these pulls like completely randomly. I had no idea who Navia was. But yeah, I was absent throughout the entirety of Fontaine. But when I came back like 2 months ago, I realized that they really finally did good stuff in the Fontaine quest. Like, it was actually good for once, and it was the first time that I like kind of laughed at the Archon quest. So I'm really saying like it's a great thing that they continued, and it wasn't just a lucky guess. What they did in Fontaine, that they actually properly write their stories for the Archon quest now.
Oh, they appear to be feeling quite confident. Looks like our work will go smoothly.
You bet, just leave it to us. Oh, I really like this. I really like this. Investigate the campsite of the head.
Yeah, but judging from Paimon's experience as a guide, it definitely looks like people set up camp here.
Like, no shit, you little... There's literally a cauldron. Like, it's not like some kind of green Saurian that put it there. Wait, the fluorescence on here is a bit odd. Let me see.
Paimon sees a small shape here. Could it be some sort of symbol?
This is a distress signal from the Masters of the Night Wind. Only someone from our tribe would recognize it.
So Ororon was indeed being threatened.
We've got to find him, fast.
Leaving such an inconspicuous mark implies that he was trying to be discreet. In other words, he was probably under Perpetui's watch. If they notice us, we can just charge in and fight them to the death, but what if my darling grandson is also there? I can have him caught in the crossfire. Oh, no, I've got to be careful, otherwise he'd get hit as well. How annoying. No, I've got to keep it down and stay composed.
Grandson? You mean she really was a grandma? I mean, this story has all kinds of highs and lows. She was called Granny, then she wasn't a granny, but then we discovered she was a grandma. But what actually, like, calling him a grandson is actually just a nickname or something.
There are traces of people staying here too.
Wait a second, the phlogiston around here is jumbled up.
I can also smell a mix of elements in the air. Pyro, electro, and some other elements as well. Kinis told us that you were super amazing. No wonder you can sense so many more things than us.
Like, yeah, Paimon. She's not just smart enough to see that a campsite means that people went there. She's a little bit smarter than you, and it's not that complicated, honestly. Like, it'd actually be worrying if she was not smarter than you.
It's about time that little brat says something nice about me.
Her ego, it's incredible. I hope she just never removes her spell, and we can just, like, every time we can just hear her thought, like, 24-hour out of 7 days. Like, we just hear whatever's going through Shitlady's head. That would be so freaking funny.
There are signs of struggle here. Judging from what's left of the scene, there must have been a fight. But after that, the factions seem to have gone their separate ways. But the phlogiston and the elemental traces in the air support that.
Seems like Ororon found a chance to fight back.
Do you still remember the little mic we found before? Paimon's thinking. Right before Ororon wanted to leave another distress signal but was caught by the Fatui.
Shitlady looks pretty worried. Like, yeah? We're trying to save her grandson or something? Of course she's going to be worried when you mention that he could have been fighting back against his... You're such a great detective, like... And it's always like this with Paimon. Like, she just says the most stupid shit that's like, yeah, of course. And it disrupts the story. I think Paimon is the worst addition to Genshin Impact ever made. But anyway, indeed, judging by the distress signal from before, Ororon was being held by the Fatui, so given the difference in numbers, he probably wouldn't have been able to overpower them.
Given there are two signals leading from here, we should split up as well.
Oh no, I wanted to see her fight. But I guess they're leaving that for when she's released properly, officially.
I'll take this direction and leave the other one to you. Let's meet up again later.
It would be pretty funny if they sent us on the path that where there's nothing and it's just Shitlady doing everything.
Ororon, what the heck were you doing? It's one thing to trouble me, but now I have to I'd bring other people into this as well.
You little brat.
And off she goes.
Did you hear all of that as well? Once Shitali left, that voice went away as well. Paimon even tried calling her name inside Paimon's head, but there was no response.
So telepathy doesn't go both ways? Well, yeah, nah.
So you were thinking the same thing. Paimon also thought that if we could hear what she was thinking, then she could probably also hear what we were thinking in our heads.
I don't think she really noticed anything. Like, no, she didn't notice anything.
She did say that she was quite adept at the spell, and it doesn't sound like she's had any trouble with it in the past. Maybe where a special can hear her thoughts as a side effect. And if you think about it, she really got a lively inner world. It paints quite a different picture from Maimon's first impression of her.
Split up and investigate. Yeah.
Paimon sees some fishes there.
Yep. And what will we see? I think I'm going to change. I don't like doing a silly Paimon voice. Instead of trying to mock how annoying her voice is, I'll try to give her an actual, like, legit voice. I'll try my best. At least I'm not a professional voice actor or anything, but.
Did you find something?
I found some traces of phlogiston, but the trail completely ends here.
So we can't tell where Ororon might have gone from here. That's weird, the phlogiston trail suddenly stops. We can't make anything of these footprints either. But he can't just evaporated into thin air, right? We know he wasn't alone. He had all those statues with him.
Paimon's right, this is all extremely strange. Also, so you can hear the sounds of the winds from beneath the earth. That's Ororon. Wild guess. Beneath the earth? What does he mean? One of the underground caves in Nutland? What was that just now? Yeah. Well, the Archon quest is pretty interesting this time. There's actually like flood and rebounds. Oh, okay, that's what they meant by under the earth. The Night Kingdom? How did I get here? I'm wondering that too. And Ororon is there. I saw his boots. I'm very sorry, but please do not move. I have no desire to hurt you. Also, he was killed and brought back to the Night Kingdom, of course, right? That makes sense. And we got transported here for some reason. I apologize that our first meeting has to take place like this. It's just that you're much like one of those animals with ears that perk up as soon as it senses danger in their environment. And given your combat proficiency, I would not have been able to gain an advantage over you if we were anything else in the world, anywhere else in the world. However, you are now in the Night Kingdom, a familiar domain to the Masters of the Night Wind. Hello, traveler. I am Ororon, the one you've been searching for. But what does this mean? Have you escaped the factory's custody? The factory's custody. I see, so even Granny has told you that I was coerced by the factory. I'm afraid you've been brought here by a lie, like a false omen in the lingering smoke. My friend and I only left those traces to lure you here. Deceiving you was never our true intent, however. It was simply the fastest and most feasible way for us to set up a meeting. It's the captain. Okay, so he actually was working with the Fatui. Great. Greetings, traveler from afar. Be careful with this, traveler. Her soul is temporarily restrained by us and appears to have become more fragile in the process. It's taking all my concentration to hold on to her. It was I who tasked Overon with leaving the traces to lead you here, and I who used the Master's ritual to bring your soul to the Night Kingdom. So you are working together. I've heard much about you from the past encounters you've had with my colleagues. Given the present situation in Natlan, I would like to sincerely request a formal meeting with you in person. I will use the opportunity to explain my goals and motivations to you, as well as why I mistrust Mavuika the Pyro Archon. I believe there is little reason for you to blindly follow her plan. If you would like to hear our intel, then find us to the east of the stadium. But remember, not a word of this to anyone. I would like to avoid any further conflict. You'll see me again once you've returned to reality. No matter what I say, please help me keep this a secret. This is all to avoid dragging Granny into this conflict. Alright, so... pretty insane plot twists. It's kind of exciting. Like, what are they implying? What do they mean? Like, keep the little mystery. Don't just give us all the answers like the previous Archon quests. And also, please don't dump it down like it was done in Inazuma. But they've actually gotten better at doing those things, so I have high hopes for the Natlan story quest.
Hey, what happened just now? You suddenly collapsed and stopped responding.
I'm fine. Was my soul forcibly removed from my body just now? That would explain why I couldn't hear Paimon at all.
Hey, why are you sitting on the ground? Are you okay? Chitali, she froze for a moment and then just collapsed to the ground. Could it have been those leftover remnants from the Night Kingdom? Do you have any itches or pain anywhere?
I'm fine, just a little lightheaded.
Don't worry, we can take a short break. Sorry, I know I asked for your help, but had I known you were feeling unwell, I wouldn't have taken you on this trip with me.
If they were being truthful, then they must have reasonable motivations for what they did, but should I trust them? I could just share everything with Paimon and Shitlali right now, but that'd mean giving up on the lead. I still haven't had much dealings with either the Fatui or the Masters of Nightwind. I suppose I'll stay quiet for now and see if I can find out anything else. Well, definitely the right move if we try to bring anyone else into this. It'll just close the options of working with the captain if that was the actually right move. So yeah, we're turning on Paimon and Shitlali. We're becoming traitors too. Great.
If you're feeling sick, you should just say so. Shitlali should be able to exorcise any ghosts or weird stuff that you picked up in the Night Kingdom. A seasoned traveler must know the importance of not pushing yourself beyond your limit. If you need anything from me, just say the word.
Thanks everyone, I'm feeling fine now.
In any case, let's take a bit more time to rest now.
Even though the situation remains quite urgent, you take a long break with Shitlali and Paimon. Uron's words still echo in your mind. Meanwhile, Shitlali continues to keep her eyes on you for a while.
Need to be more careful next time. Feeling better yet, Bitsig? Alright, let's get ready. I followed my phlogiston trail earlier to a stronghold guarded by soldiers. I have a feeling that Oberon is probably being held inside. Oh, so it's close by? Then let's head over right away.
I'm so sorry, I didn't realize I was holding you up.
Well, I recruited you to be my helper, which means we're in this together. Like the winds and the clouds, we either move as one or not at all.
That was a pretty cool rhyme, like half rhyme.
But if you want to make it up to me, then just be sure to fight extra hard when the time comes.
Honestly, Shitlali is a great character. It's just nice.
Look over there. Paimon thinks she sees someone in the middle of the camp. That's Auroron. So he really was taken by the Fatui.
So that's Auroron. He looks the same as when I spoke to him in the Night Kingdom earlier.
Alright, we'll take the lead.
But of course, there's Capitano. Oh, no, it's not Capitano. Hey, quit daydreaming. Don't you have work to do? I cannot see the sun. What? Without the sun, I cannot see the truth. You are currently blocking the light, so I must beseech you to move aside. Oh, okay, Mr. Philosopher. That's enough mumbo-jumbo.
Wow, I'm going to rip the guy's head right off. Shitlali is struggling to control her temper now. Are you ready? Let's go kick their butts. On my count, 3, 2, 1.
And there she goes. No, we can't even play. That's so sad. Yeah, they're not even putting up a fight. I'll finish him with my... Yeah. I finished him with my... Oh, there are more. Great. I'll have something somewhat close to a fight. If anything can be called a fight, really. If how OP my characters are. Yeah.
Auroron.
Granny.
Paimon knows she's called Granny. It's Lee. But it's kind of weird hearing someone actually call her Granny.
And greetings to you. Other Granny. Do you mean it's called a Granny? What did you just call her? Granny, is that not right? Are you not? You seem to be approximately the same age as her, so I figured you were also Granny. Okay, I see how it is. 20 years old is apparently a granny.
How many times have I told you it doesn't work like that? There are a lot of people who look about the same age as me. You can't go around calling everyone Gramps or Granny.
Wait, he's not a child, is he?
Don't tell Paimon he's one of those people who look like an adult but are actually only 8 or 9 years old.
Yeah, what happened to having actual child like Sayu or Klee? Your words have pierced my heart like a thorn of vine. Given how hard those thorns are to remove, I may just need to find a pair of tweezers. Okay, I'm sorry, but tweezers is like one of the least poetic words. It's like it's on the same level as sneeze and yeah, it's just not very poetic.
Why are you so upset? You can just say yes or no.
Of course, I'm not a child. It's just Granny had always taught me to show gratitude where it's due. And since the masters of the Night Wind raised me collectively, I basically see everyone above a certain age as an elder I should look up to. So he's basically a teenager, if I understand well. The way he talks has definitely changed, but it doesn't help feel like he's putting on an act. He asked me to do whatever I could to help keep things a secret and even said it'd be for Shitlali's sake. So you treat everyone like they're your uncles and aunties? Exactly.
But if you keep that up, then everyone's going to be your senior. And do you think saying all of this is gonna save you from a scolding all around? Haven't I told you 100 times since you were a kid? The 3 warnings.
Be wary of beasts prowling around, scammers looking for their next victim, and strange people who appear out of nowhere.
Oh, so you do remember, and you just choose to ignore them. I always knew that living on your own was going to get you out into trouble sooner or later. But getting kidnapped? That really takes a cake. You won't always be able to rely on other people coming to your rescue, you know? You're just lucky we got here when we did. Or we might be launching another search and rescue operation to find out where they put your severed head.
I'm sorry, Granny. I'll be more careful next time.
Next time? Oh, good one. You think there'll be a next time after this? Not a chance. Didn't hurt you, didn't they?
No, they just asked me a lot of questions about Natlan's terrain and made me draw a map of the ley line distribution.
Okay, now answer me correctly, honestly. Were you the one who helped the captain escape after his battle with Pyro Archon?
Yes.
So why did you do it?
Because they said they would need my help from there on out. They also said that if I refused, they'd just come out to you, Granny, and they'd already figured out a way to make you do their bidding.
Hey, I'm not angry, Granny. Would they really dare to come after me? And you, did the gods give you a brain just for you to not to use it? Did you really believe everything they said at face value and not stop to think? Thankfully, the Pyro Archon only asked that we find the mysterious individual from the Masters of the Nightwind and didn't slap your name on a wanted poster. Don't think for a second that she doesn't know what's happening. Even if the truth that you will see will soon manifest into reality, there is still no need to preemptively panic. Have you forgotten the words that I've taught you?
I'm sorry.
Forget it. We can submit the details of this camp and the defeated Fatui as evidence of your innocence. Let's clean this place up and get back to the city, Ororon. You better remember this lesson well and seriously reflect on your actions. Also, once we return to the city, come to the speaker's chamber with me. I'll need you to explain everything.
Sounds good. Should I bring some of my homegrown vegetables as well?
Your vegetables?
Yes, I grew a lot of fresh produce in my garden. I hope the Pyro Archon won't be too picky about the selection.
Now's not the time to be thinking about that. If you do come to face with the Pyro Archon, the first thing you should do is...
Recite the 3 warnings.
No, you should emphasize that you were not in cahoots with the Fatui. How exactly did the masters raise this guy?
I have no idea. Oh, right. Wow. Getting my head blowing, like smoke's coming out of my ears. But I think I'll actually be ending this today. I don't want to experience it all at once. It helps better remember everything if you do things, you know, more in chunks, in little bits. And actually this story is getting me kind of invested, so I really don't want to just do it all at once. So yeah, I have, well, some resin, so I think I'll do some ley lines. Mora, of course, because yeah, Mora. I need so much Mora. Oof. But after that, yeah, I'll be logging on. I didn't even finish the Act 3, but you know, it doesn't really matter. And there are little the echo from Kirara, which is pretty funny. It's just so silly. I love it. Wow, wait, 40k? Wow, that's... Wait. I did give her back her artifacts, right? Let me just see for a bit. Yeah, I didn't. I stole Cole's piece. I mean, not that it matters much, it's just that this piece is great for Cole, and Kirara needs less the energy recharge. And I think her burst costs 60, and oh, they both cost 60. Oh, never mind. Kirara also needs the energy recharge, but Kirara can make use of the HP much better than, well, Kole. So yeah, that's why I give Kirara this. Although she can use everything here, and here's F, so yeah. It's if it all rolls into like crit, HP, EM maybe, but overall this, just because she can use every stat, is going to be more interesting. And yeah, everything other than that, wait, here, yeah, okay, she has her proper one. Okay, now she should be fine, which is less damage, but anyway. On to the next ley line. I really need more. It's like it's crazy and honestly feels pretty bad, but yeah, I think Kirara probably needs a bit more energy recharge. Yeah, your blood rain, whatever. At least, yeah, like I'm getting more. Wait, I think I should go for some artifacts actually. Like currently I need Mora, right? But I actually think I could make some artifacts. Let me just do that because I'm kind of bored of Leyline already. I am a fickle person. So I have two main options, three actually. There's this for many characters, or yeah, probably this, just because. So Yeah, this team should be fine. This Rift Town's in here, but it doesn't actually really matter. We found multi-targets with a team based on single target. I'm sure it's a great decision on my part. Surely, nothing can go bad, right? A single target healer to Rift Down to deal damage to off-field characters. Yeah, makes sense. Surely. But it works! Who needs anything else when it just works? And what do we have here? I'm really hoping for Husk, but I also want Kokomi down the line, so... Okay. It's... okay, but I... don't really want those. And the rest is 4-star isn't worth considering, yeah. That's enough for the first. Great. Let's kill those Rift Hounds. And now Tanari, I should focus the big boys, because they're the ones that will take longer. Now Tanari, where is Stinky Boy? Just dying already. Yes. What do we get this time? Again? Well, I mean, I'm not complaining because I want Kokomi, but they keep giving me pretty bad pieces. Yeah, the double flat when I could be getting attack percent or EM or anything, like it's not that rare to get, so I'll keep looking for more. Especially since I'm going to be farming the Husk set for Noel, Yunjin, and Shiori. Like, there are way too many characters that can use this set, so it's pretty much obviously going to give me many pieces of the other set for Kokomi alone that are much better overall. So there's no need to keep like the barely decent stuff. That's basically what's happening. It's really just because I have to farm for 3 other characters for the other set that I can just have high expectations for my Kokomi set. Oh, come on, like you gave me way too many of this set. And double crit for this? Come on, you're nagging me solidly. On top of all, with a high flat defense, like this would have been so great on like Noel or even Shiori or even Yunjin could take it because of the crit rate, because I'm using Favonius on Yunjin. Like it's so stupid. So stupid. But anyway, this is the risk of going for artifacts when I could be getting the smart move with Mora or anything that's really important. But no. I need my artifact gacha, of course. Well, attack is decent. It's a good stat. And it only goes to 14, but it's still decent. In any case, I'm going to be dealing more damage with Kirara. So this is where I will leave you. I hope you had a nice VOD. And yep, see ya.